Alright, this is Tyron here, ready for another video. Today we're going to be detailing this Mercedes on the inside and out. This is one of our maintenance clients, so we clean this vehicle pretty often. It's been a couple weeks since our last detail, so it has built up a bit of dirt. So currently we're just getting all our equipment together before we start this detail. So over the holiday, we had a small break due to snow. So today, over this week is our first week back, and we're starting to get back in the flow of things with our normal clients and continue to detail their vehicles. So we're gonna see how bad this car is before we get started, and then we're gonna go ahead and get to work to knock out this car. We have about two more vehicles set for today. Well, one more vehicle set for today, and that'll be it for today. My contractor is headed to a vehicle, so that's our second detail for today. So uh, we're gonna go ahead and get to it and get started on this detail. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe button if y'all like to watch our details. But let's get into it. How you doing, man? So it looks like this client may have went out of town or something because the car is not usually this dirty. I know that it's pretty clean, but normally this car is actually like a lot cleaner. So I think the client went out of town or something, and that's why the car got this dirty. But we definitely want to be able to take care of it, have it looking nice and clean again. So that's the thing with maintenance clients. So we give them a discount on the service, but we're supposed to get it done consistently, uh, week by week to make our job easily. But due to the weather and due to the weather and the car not really getting that dirty during the winter, this client pretty much slowed down with the details on a weekly basis, but we do try to get at least 2 to 3 times a month. Seems like, and I'm fine with that and honoring the price for that type of detail. So thank you. I appreciate it. I'm doing pretty good, man. Thank y'all for stopping by. We just detailing right now, honestly. Uh, we do this pretty much every day. We detail a couple cars a day, and then we also do our workouts as well. So we just enjoy creating these videos. Uh, Maybe we can make a couple connections and go from there, man. But that's about it. How about yourself? Do I have any? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I be trying to do my details, man. It be kind of it's a lot of work trying to manage the details and uh, the chat and look at the phone and all that stuff at once. But do y'all enjoy me talking more, or just watching me work? When I look at the statistics of my videos, it seems like the watch time pretty much stays consistent, either from talking or not. So that's why I don't usually talk most of the time as well. But I love it, y'all can like have conversations in here, and y'all can have your own debate and whatever conversation it is, and I can tune in whenever I'm able to. That'll definitely give me motivation to pay attention to the chat more as well. So if I can get a group of people that enjoy my content and we all work together to build a chat community, I think that would be great, man. Okay, I'll definitely do that talking, man. I definitely need the help of the chat, man. Y'all give me some topics and stuff like that, and I definitely chat a little bit more. I know that one of the biggest questions that I see online. for like my type of business. I don't know if I'm interested in like business. What are you? What are you detailer in? So basically, currently I'm detailing for my detail truck. So I have a pickup truck, and I have a cover on the back of it. So whenever I go out and do like personal things, which is barely, I can cover up all my detailing stuff, and it just looks like a nice pickup truck. But within my pickup truck, I have all my equipment. So most of the equipment that I have for my detailing is like a water tank. I have a pressure washer. I have a generator, and then I have a bucket, and then the pressure washer comes with a hose and everything goes. So those are like the main tools that are on the back of the truck. But what's in the truck will be like my chemicals, and then also within the truck, in the back of the truck, like on the inside, but in the back seat, I have like a sorry about that. I'm back. One of my one of my detailers out in the field gave me a call about a situation he's taking care of for one of our other clients. But so yeah, we got um, yeah. Sorry about that. I know I just got a lot of people drop off, but hopefully we can get those people back in here. But basically, yes, I have my pressure washer, my generator, and all that stuff in the back, and then on the inside of the van, I have my chemicals. I have a pump sprayer, and then I also have like what else do I have in there? An undercarriage cleaner, and I think that's it really. Like my air fresheners and stuff like that. So that's all I keep in the inside of my vehicle. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it as far as like materials that I hold on to. My vacuum, I also keep that on the inside, only because it's more convenient. I don't have a lot of room on the back of my truck, so I have to keep my vacuum on the inside of the truck. I would say that I'm looking, and at some point, maybe this year, I want to consider getting a smaller water tank. And when I weigh out the risk to reward, I think it's better to have a smaller water tank where I can do less cars, but at the same time, I'm able to have a more space in my back of my truck, so that I don't have to have to carry anything on the inside of my truck, and that just makes my job a lot more enjoyable because then I can ride from job to job with a clean vehicle, and I can still feel fresh and clean, and not have to worry about like rags all over the place on the inside of the truck and stuff like that. I can have like a designated area in the back of the truck for everything, but only if I have enough space. And in order to have that space, I would need to pretty much get a smaller water tank. So that's one of the things that I'm interested in getting. Uh, I do have a couple water tanks on my website, but I just haven't had the opportunity to buy an additional one uh, for myself. But yeah, definitely a water tank would definitely help in my detail setup. So I currently have like a 175 gallon or something like that. but I would definitely like to get closer to like a 75, 50 gallon. With a 50 gallon, I know for a fact I can get at least 2 to 3 cars done, and then that will help me pretty much throughout my days. I usually only get to 3 cars anyways, not sometimes 4. But if it's 4 cars, then I pretty much got help, or it's one of those situations where it's like 2 or 3 cars at one location. So uh, that's pretty much my setup situation and what I'm looking to do with that. As far as like currently, like I'm detailing this Mercedes. Uh, it usually takes me about an hour and a half ish to finish a car. But you can see that most of my videos are like an hour. And the reason being is because most people, from what I see from the analytics, y'all like to see the vacuuming and the interior steam cleaning. From what I noticed from the videos, and then like when it gets closer to the outside, the views kind of slow down a little bit. And then once I finish the outside, like only a few viewers pretty much stay when it's time to like dry the car off and add the tire shine and stuff like that. So I get it. It's like a process, or most people pretty much feel like they know how to add tire shine and then do like the vacuum. I mean, the tire shine and the wash, but the vacuum and the actual detail itself may be a little bit more interesting. So that's what I'm doing now. And, I expect y'all to, stay locked in as long as y'all can. Hey, how you doing, man? How you doing? I, expect y'all to stay locked in. You know, check out how I detail my cars, especially, with the cleaning and everything. Everybody, clean a little bit different. And y'all get to see the nice cars. So this is one of the newer Mercedes. It's a pretty nice car. If you're interested in cars, like we detail a lot of the nice cars, so you'll definitely get to see, the inside, all the different, you know, types of materials in these nice vehicles and stuff like that. And I think that's a plus in itself. Like not too many, uh, there's not too many ways to see, these nice cars and what's inside of these cars unless you go to the dealership. Yeah, man. But a lot of the time, it just depends, man. Y'all catch me on a good day. I give you a lot of good conversation, but on other days, it just depends. Uh, a lot of the conversations around detailing, though, the main question that people ask is, how do I start a car detailing business? And maybe I can talk about it in every video because most of my viewers are new viewers anyway. So, and then my older viewers, cause my older people, my committed people will come back and, you know, say what's up or hey, throughout the video. So I do appreciate y'all, consistent viewers that just check in, man. You know, just saying hey is definitely good enough for me. I appreciate that all the time. But so, yeah, man. So basically, let's talk about how to get started in a detailing business. So I would say that mainly the equipment is the main thing when it comes to getting started in car detailing. Once you can get your equipment, I think you'll be good to go. Most of the people that start with me, or that I help get started, I pretty much tell them that all they need is a small water tank, a small generator, and a vacuum and some chemicals. So I think that if you are like just looking for a little side hustle where you can make, 100, 200, especially for like the young teenagers, if you can looking for a little size where you can make it like a few $100s a month, I think that a good side hustle would be car detailing because then you can like pretty much start off with just like $100 or even 500 if you want to push it, to be a little bit more professional. But I would say the only thing you need is a vacuum, maybe an extension cord for sure, a bucket of water, and maybe a hose. Uh, and you can use all the customer stuff, and you can for that first detail, with only like $100 worth of equipment, you should be able to like start and make your first, 25, $30 or so. And you just buy a little equipment here and there until you get your stuff going. And then once you get that small stuff, all the small stuff you need to like, feel somewhat official, then you want to get into like the bigger stuff where you can pretty much provide your own water, you can provide your own pressure washer and generator and power. And that kind of stuff what makes you stand out as a business owner. So, once the first thing is just getting the stuff that you actually need to detail a car. The second thing would be like I say, the stuff that separates you and make you stand out as a business owner, which is like the pressure washer, the generators, provide your own water, power, and stuff like that. Because if you don't do that kind of stuff, people not gonna want to pay you, the amount of money that you actually can get paid for being a detailer. So it starts with the small stuff, and then you build yourself up to have like I say, the pressure washer and stuff. But once you get that equipment, like I said, you can start with as low as $100, $500 to get that first client, and those first clients are going to be like, your family and friends, uh, your network, like if you're a part of different organizations, your church family, your teachers, uh, anybody your whole contact list. I mean, if you know 100 people in your city, then your first 10 clients can jumpstart your business if you think about it. So, assuming you charging 25 times 10, I mean, that's $250. $250. I mean, you can get some of that bigger equipment with that and the smaller equipment. I mean, 25 is really low for a detail, especially if you come in for them. But like even like 45, 50 is like the minimum. So like 25, I mean 50 times 10, that's $500. So I mean, I know there's 10 people in your contact list if, in your city, especially if you living in the city that you're from. You can get 10 people to help you get started, and with 500, you can get some of those core items. I would say if I had to choose out of power and water, meaning that like being able to have your own power with a generator as opposed to being able to have your own water, I would say you definitely want to have your own water, and that's more important than having your own power starting out. So I say definitely start with like getting your own what you call a water tank and pressure washer. So to get started, you can really find a cheap pressure washer and water tank on like the yard sale place or like other different little sites like that. You can kind of get your beginner stuff for a cheap price. I don't really 100% recommend going that way because you can also get like a electric pressure washer from like Home Depot for $100. So that's easy. Then you can get your water tank for maybe 200 to 300 to maybe 400 at the max. But you can get that as well for a very cheap price, under 500 for both of those. So now you got a pressure washer and you have a water tank. You may need like some connection tools and stuff like that. So maybe another $30 to $45, maybe another 100 to have your connection too. So that's like $600 to have your full water tank, and you can also detail a car, um, you know, and provide your own water whenever you go to your client. So that'll be a huge step up, and that opens you up to do a lot more clients. So like those mobile clients that have like work want to have you come to their job, uh, the clients that want you to come out to their personal residence and they don't have access to water, or maybe they don't want you to use their water. Like, and it gives you a sense of professionalism as well. So all of those things help to get you started. So definitely get your water first. A lot of the times, like with the power, you can connect to the power in the area, or you can just connect to their power. I usually don't ask unless I have to, but a lot of the people they have power in their garages and like outside outlets. Most of the houses have outside outlets as well. So if you can buy a long extension cord, you can use their power and not be a hassle to them or be like cause any trouble with them as far as them like complaining or anything, because it's like you're washing their car, you're doing them a favor, and all you need to do is connect to their power. That should never be a power. But if you want to use their water, they ain't talking about you have to ask them to see if they have like water hose, if they have a socket, if they have like certain things that comes with using the water that may be a hassle or whatnot. So yeah, that's definitely having your own water is more important than having your own power when it comes to like getting started and detailing. So once you got started, I talked about getting your first customers. I talked about the minimum you can have to like you know getting started with a little bit more money. Uh, I talked about the first part of marketing, which is your networking with families and friends. Like after that, I mean, when it comes to building, you gotta just be smart with your money. You can't just go blow your money because to start, you're gonna need to like buy more chemicals, more supplies. You're gonna have to get all that stuff built up, especially if you're starting from the beginning. So You definitely, a lot of that money is going to go right back into the business. But like as you continue to build, then you're gonna start to like need to like figure out how to get more customers outside of your families and friends. So like the next step would be like messaging people on Instagram and Facebook uh, and going in those groups and posting your work that you took pictures of when you did your families and friends. So you got to make sure you take your pictures and you know so you can post the work that you did and also get the reviews from your families and friends and create a Google business profile. So Google business is like the new website for small businesses. Like you can't really do anything without a Google business profile, especially like in the car detailing era. And if you do, you're not really capitalizing. If you don't, you're not really capitalizing on the amount of customers that's out there looking for services. So, the first thing you definitely want to get your Google business profile and get those reviews from your families and friends after you detail their cars. And even before, if they seen you detail another family member car or another friend car, they can also leave you a review to help you get going. As far as like building trust with people that are not your family and friends, that you have to work a little bit harder to get their business. So starting out, a lot of the times, like you may have to like undercut the pricing in your area, just to get you going. Yeah, start getting a little bit of customers, um, just to get the main things that you need, and then you can start charging the right pricing. So I would, maybe the first month, I would charge a little bit less, just to kind of get your feet wet. Find you some customers, uh, get familiar with the process to get, build your skill and stuff like that. So, start looking the area, look at other people in your area and figure out, what are they charging, what are they doing, look at their profile, seeing like what they're posting, all that stuff to help you get started and get familiar with the industry that trying to get into. And then once you do that, then you can kind of, work your way into building your own packages and services. I definitely recommend like doing packaging as opposed to like having 20 services because that can be confusing to you and the customers. And then that leaves room to a lot of like negotiation on adding up pricing and stuff like that for different services. So definitely that. Also, going into like the marketing aspect, like as you continue to build, the more you need to like invest into like advertisement because to get started, you're gonna need to, you know, get some customers outside of your family and friends and outside of those groups because of course like that's the organic way to do it, but you gotta build a system and build, customers over time. So I found that the fastest way and the quickest way to get your customers is to, pay for ads. So it helps you get going quicker. And as you build your customer list, you start to stay busy and, you know, keep those customers in your arsenal. And you'll find that every year of your detailing will get easier and easier when it comes to getting customers because over time you start to um, add up with reoccurring customers, even if they're not signed up on like any type of membership. they'll book you on a monthly, bi-monthly, every couple of months, every 6 months, every 12 months, every couple of months or so. Especially if you have a good follow-up system. So um, having a system in place definitely helps when it comes to running a car detailing business. So when I say system, I'm more so talking about like appointment system and booking systems and like ways to take card payments and stuff like that. So um, that's one of those more important things that you need to get done when you first getting started. And a lot of those things are free for the most basic version, but at least you can start taking online payments outside of like the cash apps and the Zelles and stuff. You can kind of be a little bit more official when it comes to just having a system in place for all the payments to be processed on, and you look more like a legitimate business. So you got your systems, you got your equipment, you have your first couple customers, you got your reviews, you got your marketing. When it comes to marketing, there's so many different ways to market, and you're never going to have it 100% correct. But just keep trying different things. Use what works, find what works, and then stick to it. And over time, you'll find out what brings the most customers. And then once you do that, you want to max that out. So for us, we used to do Google. We went from Google to Yelp. We went from Yelp back to Google. And now we're just doing a little bit of Google and a little bit of just organic marketing. And then we're doing a little bit of YouTube marketing, which is hopefully going to start paying off over time. Uh, and that's pretty much it. So I think that just finding your marketing tool over time, you'll get better, and then you'll build your client base over time as well. So that takes time to build, but you know all businesses are not going to be an overnight success. So you got to be prepared to put in work over time. Continue to make your product better, meaning making your customers happy. Continue to keep them coming back. And over time, man, you will build a system that a business style system that generates a life, a living, and you'll be able to make it as a detailer, man. So that's pretty much how we've been building over time. It's been a slow and steady process. We had a couple hiccups over time, but we was able to stay grounded. Not having a plan B has helped us, you know, stay committed and endure all the things we had to endure without quitting. And, you know, as we continue to build, I just think about, all the other options that are there. And I just see that, there's so many ways to go with this. And, you know, we're just going to follow the guidance of, you know, how we feel. And hopefully we can make some good decisions on continuing to build beyond where we're at now. But I hope that advice helped you all, you know, figure out like what it takes to start a car detailing business. We have a lot of different, what's the word? content out there for this same subject. Uh, when it comes to technique and skill, of course, we got videos like this going over everything that I do to detail the car from beginning to end. But we also got a lot of like just teaching with me talking about um, things when it comes to detailing. And if you go even further back, we got even like more deeper conversations about the steps and all that kind of stuff. And then we have a series of shorts that is my ebook, and you can get everything that I use to get me to over $100,000 a year and detailing consistently over the years. So I mean, it's just a building system. Over time, it gets easier. We end up with new challenges, new things to work through, new things to figure out. But as you continue to grow, you find out new things, you develop as an entrepreneur, as a person, and over time you'll find yourself, you know, being that beginner at once to being a leader in your space and your area. So my goal is to be a leader in my area, and by continuing to do what I'm doing, working on myself, grinding consistently, focusing on the right things, I see myself build over time to accomplish those goals. Some good advice from experienced retailer: don't put your products on or in the car. Be professional. Use a cart. Okay. Uh, I mean, that sounds good. That sounds good. So you want me to carry? So how do you handle your cart? Do you carry your cart all the way around the vehicle and you have to roll it around, or are you mobile? Do you have a shop? Uh, it seems like a lot for a mobile detailer to have a cart, but I've seen retailers that do, and I've seen they had it set up in one area, and I guess they bring it back and forth to the cart. How would that work for me? And I would let you know if it seems like something that I can do, or that I want to do, because um, I've been doing this system for a long time, and it's hard to break a certain habit of how you detail the car. And I mean, as far as professionalism, can you explain to me like the unprofessional side of the products being in the car and what makes it unprofessional? Because to me, it is an inconvenience at times to be putting the product in the car, but it's also more convenient than putting it on their floor and having to pick it up off the floor. So that could be a good solution, but I don't know. I guess try it to see how it would work for me, and if it's worth the investment, will it help the process go by quicker to have a I guess you said a cart? Would it? Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? All right. Yeah. would it make the process go by faster, uh, or whatnot? Because when I want to invest my money into tools and products, I'm very particular now because it's like, how is this helping me make more money in my business? Some things I do need, I think, I guess because a lot of detailers use it, so I think that it is a good product probably to have is um, a blower, which is something that I'm considering getting this year as well. So I guess what I'm saying, there's a couple things that I need to get that I just haven't gotten this year yet, and I probably might invest some funds to get some of these things going in the business. So y'all tune in. I might make that investment. I usually spray water when it's bad, but these door jams aren't that bad, so I don't need to spray water. I guess I could if I wanted to, but because it's not that bad, and I clean this car weekly, so I just maybe next time.